And we have some more open doubles action for you in the semifinals here at the 2017 HanShan Open. That's Felix Droes in the forward position, Thomas Haas at goal. They are from Germany. And on the right, that's Ryan Moor in the forward position and Jerry Todd playing goal. Best 3 games out of 5. The winner of this one would advance to the open doubles final. Again, getting a chance to see some of the great players in the world here on the Guardian table in HanShan, China. And Ryan Moor gets the scoring underway here in game number 1 as he finds that hole down the middle against Thomas Haas. Haas, you may remember, earlier this year at the World Cup in Hamburg, Germany, won the open singles competition in a surprise. Nobody saw it coming, but Thomas came out. He beat Tony Spradam and he beat Ryan Moor. He beat everybody on the way to an open singles championship. And there it's Droes now tying it up at 1. But Haas, in this case, playing the goalie position, and oftentimes you'll see that. An outstanding goalie in doubles can make a very good singles player. And that was certainly the case this year as he really surprised the singles field. Here's Thomas looking to clear it. But a very intelligent player, a very calm player, almost robotic. Almost didn't realize he had won the championship earlier this year. He simply went through the motions, one ball at a time, and ended up winning the championship. 1-1 here in game number 1. The winner of this one, as we said, would advance to the open doubles final. Haas fires that one wide of the goal. It comes right back into his own goal. It's 2-1. So Ryan Moor and Jerry Todd leading early here in this first game. Of course, when you're talking about Ryan Moor, you are talking about one of the best all-around players maybe the sport has ever seen. A guy who has won multi-table world championships, World Cup championships with Team USA, of course. One of, I think, 3 world championships at the Roberto Sport Worlds back in 2012. Back when the tech ball table, the German table, was an official table. He was a runner-up in open singles, losing only to Frederic Collignon. That was back in 2009. This is a guy who plays well on every table. Right now it's 2-2 here in the first game, and Droes now will have a chance to give his team the lead as he sets up the snake shot against Jerry Todd. Shot attempt blocked by Jerry, back the other way where it's picked up by Haas. So we're here in HanShan, which is about 6-7 hours west of Shanghai here in China. A small town, which means it's probably only a couple of 100,000. Yes, China, the most populous country in the world. Haas will pick this one up. Still 2-2 here in the first game. It's a semifinal in open doubles. Great to see all the kids, the Chinese kids here this weekend. 10, 11, 12-year-old kids, all of whom have good 5 rows with brush passes and wall passes. And have good 3 rows, most of them shooting the snake shot. Nice pick up here by Droes. Felix walks it and drills it home near side. That's a nice possession there. He took his time. He walked it hard to the far side, then eventually brought it home to that near corner. It's 3-2 here in game number 1. Always amazing how players, the great players, can adapt from one table to the next, and oftentimes, as in a multi-table setup, they have to do it immediately. But you see here, all 4 of these guys, very proficient, very good on the Guardian table. We had a chance to tour the Guardian factory, which is located directly downstairs from this venue. Very, very impressive setup that they have down there. But you'd expect that from the Germans. Ryan now will look to tie it up against the German team, and he does. It's 3-3. Felix Droes again look to advance it. The winner of this match will face the winner of the Johannes Kirsch, Tom Yor versus Steve Diaz, Fabio Ferreira match, which will take place immediately following this one, and Droes will call time out. Felix Droes will put the ball back into play and set it up, looking to give his team the lead here in game number 1. Again, Droes takes his time, walks it. Shot attempt knocked down and taken away by Jerry Todd. A battle between the USA and Germany, two of the truly strong table soccer playing nations. Banked off the outside wall by Todd. Rebound will come back to Jerry. United States, of course, this year adding a 5th World Cup title. That's the most of anyone. In fact, no other country has won more than one. Nice pick up here by Droes. But when you look at young players being produced by the nation of Germany, like Felix Droes, like Thomas Haas, Marvin Velasco, who won the Open Doubles World Championship earlier this year with Jörg Harms, who is here this weekend. Ryan able to set it up, stroke it home. It's 4-3. Boy, Ryan gets such speed and power on that snake shot. And we're going to get a timeout called here. Felix Droes putting it into play on the 5. 4-3 lead for Moor and Todd. Kept out here by Jerry. Germany continuing to produce young players. I think it's just a matter of time before the Germans get their first World Cup championship title. Ryan Moor looking to close out game number 1, but that one blocked by Haas up into the air and off the table. Thomas Haas will put the ball back into play. Sends that one up the table, picked up here by Jerry. Jerry fires that one up the table, knocked down and picked off here by Droes. And stolen away by Ryan Moor. 4-3 lead still here in this opening game for Ryan Moor and Jerry Todd. Best 3 games out of 5. It is a single elimination bracket. Ryan trying to come back down the middle. That's a great block by Haas. And the pass here, Droes from his 5 to his 3, and he'll look to even it up as he sets it up. Takes his time and then strokes it back down the middle. It's 4-4. So the great block by Thomas Haas leads to a goal from Felix Droes. And the Germans have evened it at 4 here in this opening game, but Ryan able to squeeze that one along the near wall. And Moore fires it home just like that. It's 1-0. Ryan Moore did not allow Thomas Haas to even get into his defense. He simply got it, went with it, scored it, and has given his team a 1-0 lead as we move to game number 2 with Felix Droes passing it along that near wall. And Droes finding that tight near corner to make it 1-0. Talking with the great American player Tom Moor a little bit earlier on. Tom says the Guardian table now his second favorite table. And of course, as an American, you can imagine that the Tornado is going to be number 1 for Moor. It's the table he learned to play on. But he says the Guardian table, you can do anything on it. You can do everything on it. It rolls true. It pins well. Very solidly built. And Tom really likes the table. This one blocked up into the air and off the table. Jerry Todd will put it back into play. Shot down the middle on goal by Jerry. Picked up here by Haas. Haas is going to work the front pin. Fires that one down. It bounces up in the air and then down and in. 2-0 lead for the Germans here in game number 2. Back comes Ryan. More shot attempt blocked right back the other way by Haas to his partner Droes. And Felix's shot attempt blocked away. Oh, great grab as that one kind of skied back towards the 3-row. Felix snags it, but a good block here by Jerry. Sends the ball back the other way, where it's picked up by world singles champion Thomas Haas. Haas just looking to clear, does so. Still 2-0 here in the second game in favor of Droes and Haas. Jerry able to fire that one home. It's 2-1. So Jerry Todd on the scoreboard gets the first goal for his team here in this second game. Droes again able to brush it through. Felix, a very impressive player. Now looking to give his team a 3-1 lead here in the second game. Felix Droes will call time out. Felix Droes puts the ball back into play. And strokes it home far side. It's 3-1. Another quality possession there for Felix Droes, who worked a timeout into that possession. Came out of the timeout, took his time, and hit a good solid hole to give his team the 3-1 lead, and he steals it away here from Moor. And it's 4-1 as he really goes deep to that near corner. 4-1 lead for Droes and Haas. Ryan able to get this one through. Quick shot attempt, blocked and taken away by Thomas Haas. Angles that one up the table on goal. And that one up the other way, off a man, off a wall, and in. It's now 4-2. Lead here in game number 2 for Felix Droes and Thomas Haas. Droes tried to pass it along the wall, taken away by Moor. Ryan passing it through the high lane, can cut the lead to 1 as he sets it up against Haas. Moor fires it home. It's 4-3. 2 quick ones from the Americans. And they have cut the lead to 1 now. It's just 4-3 here in game number 2. Moor and Todd already leading 1-0. Droes trying to brush it down. Ryan Moore really digging defensively right now. Not giving Droes that wall. At least on those first couple of efforts. Not on that one either, and he takes it away. Ryan brushes it through the lane. And Ryan Moore now can even the second game up at 4, and he does. As he strokes it home 3 in a row from Moore and Todd, and they have tied it up at 4. That pass attempt kept out by Jerry. And this would be a crushing second game defeat if Droes and Haas are not able to hold on to what was a 4-1 lead. And Jerry will call timeout. Jerry Todd will put the ball back into play. 4-4 here in the second game. It was 4-1 in favor of the Germans just moments ago. Jerry will get another possession here. Setting it up in the center. Now brings it near side. He likes to push kick. He likes to pull kick. And occasionally the banks as well. Just looking to clear it. Todd keeps out the rebound. Gets it back. Comes with that pull kick on goal. Haas with the block and the rebound. Thomas tried to come down the middle, blocked away, and picked up here by Ryan. Moore brushes it through, and Ryan Moore now can complete the comeback and give his team a 2-0 lead as he sets it up. Rocks and calls time out. The Americans were down 4-1 to the strong German team of Felix Droes and Thomas Haas, but they have come back with 3 in a row to tie it. And Ryan Moore now will have an opportunity to win game number 2 as he sets it up against Haas. Aggressively walks it. And strokes it home far side. So 4 in a row to close out game number 2 for Ryan Moore and Jerry Todd, and they lead 2-0. Felix Droes will put the ball into play, opening up the third game. Boy, what a crushing defeat, what a disappointing loss for the Germans in that second game. They've got to respond somehow. As Droes will look to open up the scoring here in game number 3. That one, though, blocked. Rebound picked up on the 5 by Moor, who advances it along the near wall. Ryan fires it home near side. And as you can see, Ryan Moor, a man who likes this table very much as well, really seems to enjoy playing on it. And boy, is he good on the Guardian. He's good on every table. Really looking good on this brand new table, the Guardian. And there's Droes looking good, firing it home to the near side. That's a big shot by Felix. We're going to get a switch here. Haas moving forward, Droes moving back for defensive purposes. And Haas able to steal it away, fire that one on goal, then pick up the rebound with his 3-rod and quickly convert. Great play by the world singles champion Thomas Haas, who made the block, quickly passed it to the 3, and just as quickly scored it to make it 2-1. Ryan went with a quick one there, and again, Haas able to stab it forward, grab it, set it. Let's see if he's going to shoot it. Yes, he is. He's going to score it. Very tight hold down the middle. So a great switch for the Germans as Thomas Haas moves forward and gets 2 goals in about 45 seconds to give his team a 3-1 lead. Ryan cuts the lead to 1. It's now 3-2. And Droes moving back forward. Haas moving back. Boy, a little flurry there by Thomas Haas, though, as he moved forward and got those 2 goals so quickly. Rushing it through the lane nicely here is Droes. Felix shooting against Jerry Todd. We'll call timeout. Felix Droes, Thomas Haas trying to get back into the match after a loss in the second game. And there you see Jörg Harms, the veteran, coming down to talk with the German players. Of course, Jörg, an outstanding goalie, a student of the game. Let's see if he's given Mr. Droes a little bit of advice that might work for him. And apparently so, as Felix sets this one up off center to the far side, and then takes it out to that far corner. And the Germans, Haas and Droes, now up 4-2. Moor. Ryan. Looking, tapping, and stroking. Hits 4-3. And Ryan Moor will call timeout. Little table talk going back and forth. Again, Coach Harms with some words of advice for the young German players. They lead 4-3 here in the third. It's a game they have to stay alive. Ryan Moor had it after the steal. Couldn't hold on to it. It comes back to Droes. Felix. Brushes it through nicely. Felix Droes looking to win game number 3. Tried to come near side. Todd got a man on it. Rebound comes all the way back to Haas, who sends that one down the middle, up into the air and off the table. So Jerry Todd will put it back into play. Todd fires that one short to the near side. Haas with a rebound. Fired it down the middle again. Blocked into the air and off the table. Haas taking a closer look at the hole. And again, Jerry Todd will put it back into play. Still 4-3 here in the third game. Jerry trying to go down the middle. Droes with a couple of blocks. And then the angling pass beautifully executed by Jerry Todd. And it's stroked home. It's match point for Ryan Moor and Jerry Todd. The Germans have to have this ball to stay alive as Droes puts it into play. Felix has had some success brushing up. Let's see what he does here. Does brush up. And he'll set it up, looking to win game number 3 once again. Felix Droes. Will call time out. Jerry Todd will step back to the table to defend against Felix Droes. It is match point for the Americans as Droes will put the ball back into play. Felix. Stokes at home near side, and the Germans are still alive. Ryan Moor and Jerry Todd won game number 1. They came back from a 4-1 deficit to claim the second game and take a 2-0 lead. But Felix Droes with a big pass, a big score. And the Germans are back in it, now trailing just 2-1 as Ryan, able to pass it along that near wall, will set it up looking to strike first here in the 4th. Moor walks it around, then fires it home down the middle. Droes. Again, brushing it through. That's been the key for Felix Droes. He worked the wall early on, and Ryan took the wall away from him, and Droes has been able to brush it through the lane, and he's able to fire this one home near side to even it at 1 here in the 4th game. And taken away here by Felix. And Ryan Moor now will get a possession. And fires it back down the middle again. So Ryan, the last couple of shots have gone down the middle. You've got to overplay the corners against Ryan Moor, of course, and that's going to leave those middles open. Ryan has exploited them the last 2 times, and he's given his team a 2-1 lead here in the 4th game. That pass attempt almost sneaks behind Jerry, but Todd able to keep it out. He tried to bank it there. It trickles up the table to the 3-rod of Moor. Let's see what he does here. Ryan, a little less movement. Looking, faking, and then tried to come down the middle, blocked by Haas, and then it spins right back to Droes. Big block again from Thomas Haas, and the score from Droes makes it 2-2. So Ryan had a chance to give his team a 3-1 lead, but Thomas Haas with a big block. The rebound came directly to Droes, who scores it, and instead of 3-1, it's now 2-2. Nice save there by Haas. Thomas Haas has been very good back there at the goalie position in every way. Ryan Moor has scored on him, but he has had to hit perfect shots to do it. That one fired down the middle towards the goal, kept out once and then twice by Jerry. 2-2 here in the 4th game, 2-1 lead for Ryan Moor and Jerry Todd. The winner of this match will advance to the open doubles final. That one angled off the corner of the goal by the 5-row of Droes, and it's picked up here by Todd. Jerry's pull kick stolen away by Felix. Droes. Is that one taken away by Todd? Jerry makes the save. Off the outside wall and in, as Jerry Todd shows you that he can bank the ball on the Guardian table. And he has given his team a 3-2 lead here in game number 4. Jerry Todd has been known to hit big shots for his team, and he has played with Ryan Moor certainly. They've had some success on the American tour. And Ryan Moor will step away and call time out. Ryan Moor will put the ball back into play. That pass attempt blocked away by Droes, comes back to Todd. Jerry's pull kick bounces and is picked up on the 5 by Droes, who will look to advance it. Felix. Another chance here. And Ryan got a piece of that brush up pass. Goes back to Jerry. Quick clearing effort. Jerry was looking to pass there. Blocked by Droes. And angled towards the goal by Todd. Kept out by Haas. Thomas Haas. To come back with that pin shot down the middle. Rebound picked up here by Moor. Ryan looking to increase his team's lead as he sets it up. A lot of defensive movement by Thomas Haas. And Ryan Moor gives his team a match point. Trailing 4-2 here in the fourth game. Droes puts it into play. Trying to brush that one through. Blocked by Moor. Comes back to Haas. Tomas sends that one forward. Angled with the 5-row towards the goal by Droes. Picked up here by Jerry. Todd tried to come down the middle. That one almost blocked back into the goal. And you saw Droes reacting with his hands. Ryan Moor asked his partner to touch 2 or 3 to put it back into play. That one zigzags up the table, picked up here by Haas. It remains match point for Ryan Moor and Jerry Todd. Another strong effort by this American team as they attempt to get to the final. The Germans hoping for a comeback. Jerry and Ryan eventually able to pick up the rebound. Ryan along the wall can win the match and send his team to the final. Ryan Moor sets it up, walks it. Haas really hustling defensively. Look at the movement. And we're going to get a timeout here. Boy, Thomas Haas looking like he had that entire goal covered with his very quick hands. Let's see what he does here against Ryan, who attempts to win the match once again. Moor. Fired it to that far side, taken away by Tomas. The Germans are still alive. Haas angling that one up the table, and Droes able to make the catch. Felix strokes it home far side. It's 4-3. Oh, big block by Haas. Big score by Droes. Ryan again along the wall. Another chance for Ryan, his second, to close out the match. Again, look at the defense by Haas. Moor. Blocked by Haas, back the other way. Ryan able to snag it with a 5. And then pass it along the near wall. Moor, a third chance to win the match. And again, Haas there defensively. Droes picks up the rebound. Great defense by Thomas Haas. Brushed up to the 3-rod by Droes. Felix. Fires it home near side. It's 4-4. Some great defense by Thomas Haas. Felix Droes able to score to even it at 4 here in game number 4. Ryan Moor will put it into play. Ryan has had 3 shots to win the match. Pass attempt blocked by Droes. But Thomas Haas has been sensational defensively down the stretch here. And Ryan can't connect, picked up here by Haas. It does remain match point for the Americans, Moor and Todd. Tomas looking to score, fires that one down the middle, blocked up into the air and off the table. Jerry Todd will put it back into play. Todd with a pull kick, blocked away. Comes back to Jerry. He's been known to hit a big shot or two during his career, and he hits another one here. as Jerry Todd finds the near side of the goal. Great effort by the Germans, Felix Droes and Thomas Haas. But it's Ryan Moor and Jerry Todd of the United States who advance